Hi Pisces, this is Tara. Welcome to your October 2016 Psychic Tarot Forecast. Thank you bunches for joining me this month. I really appreciate it. And all of your subscribes, likes, shares. Make sure and subscribe if you haven't. That way you'll receive the months and mid-month readings in your inbox when I publish these and put these out. So I'm going to draw 4 cards from the Greenwich Tarot deck, and right before I started the video, this particular card fell out of the deck, so that's the first one that's going that we're going to talk about. Also, before we do that, though, I want to talk about this October 1st beautiful, gorgeous new moon in Libra. You know, the new moons represent new beginnings, and this particular one conjuncts Jupiter. And as you know, Jupiter moved into Libra on September 9th. So these two are really working together. And the focus is a lot about personal growth, and personal relationships are emphasized. Communication. How do you communicate? How can we be our best selves when we're communicating with others? And I'll give you an example in a minute of what I tell clients, an example of what they can do to make that easier. But also I want to say that Libra, you know, it's ruled by Venus, and Venus is about beauty and love. This new moon is also aspected by Neptune, and Neptune is interesting because it has the personality of opposing logic. It has nothing to do with the concrete tangible world, but it's a source of creativity and imagination and intuition. And it really enjoys time in the ethereal, spiritual daydreaming part of life. It's a higher octave of Venus. So this is super amped up, you guys. It's actually a beautiful, beautiful new moon. So personally, the Libra ruled by Venus new moon aspected by Neptune is going to result in creativity, a finer perceptions and intuition, unconditional love, living from the heart, idealism. So in relationships, how can we work with that? You know, how can we ask ourselves, or what can we do to ask ourselves, how can we be our best us? How can we be our best selves to communicate with others from the heart? And what I was saying a minute ago is what I encourage clients to do, whether you have a discussion or communication coming up with someone that's really important, or, you know, not, but you feel that it is important yourself. It could be with a supervisor, it could be with a boss, it could be with a spouse, your children, it could be with your employer or a friend. It can be with anybody. But you know, sometimes we feel like we need to talk to someone and express ourselves, and how do we do that without getting emotional and all the feelings that come up? And so this is what I encourage people to do, is imagine your eyes, which is where our perception, usually what we think comes from is our eyes, of course. Allow them, or imagine them, to roll down into your heart space. Just visualize that happening. Visualize, you know, going through your throat, down and settling in your heart. Your eyes settling in your heart. This will expand at the opportunity to have a successful one-to-one conversation with someone, or it could be with a couple people, but it will expand the light around you. It takes away the judgment and coming from the ego. You know, not that you are, but you know, the other person could be in that place as well. So it really helps with any type of conflict, important discussion that you have. So think about that and how you can maybe use that in your day-to-day life. And hopefully we're all going to be able to relate to each other with spiritual principles coming from our very highest, best selves. And then also with this new moon, there's a feeling of leaving the past behind. Any disappointments, like if you had disappointments in a relationship, Maybe it didn't work out and you're just like, wow, I thought that was the one, or we worked so hard, it didn't work out. Or a disappointment in your business and it's not going how you want it to, but you're still hanging in there. And if that's the case and it's really in your heart, stay with it. But if it's one that just shelves you as far as financial income and it didn't work out and you're disappointed it didn't, let these feelings go. Leave them behind, move forward, because we're moving into a much higher state of being. So there's a lot of inspiration around this new moon. I think it's going to be, it's a change agent year, this whole year, especially September with the lunar eclipse on the full moon. That was amazing. That was amazing for a lot of people. A lot of people changing jobs, changing residences. I'm one of them. So, just go with the flow on it. Use your intuition, whatever comes up in your life. Okay, and I'm going to pull the other 3 cards. This is for Pisces. Okay, this one wants to come out. This one wants to come out. And this one. Okay, all right. So the one that flew out before, and then the 3 from the bottom of the deck. Oh, interesting. All right. Let's take a look at this. Okay, Pisces, your first card is the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords, usually in the traditional tarot look, it's like a white, cold-looking room with the body laying on, it looks like cement. So it's about resting, rejuvenation, contemplating new ideas. This one is in nature. There's the duck here and the peace. So duck brings around peacefulness. So it feels like to me you guys are looking for some peace and harmony. You may need to at the beginning of the month, or at least during the month, take some breaks. Take some time out to meditate, to reflect. Because as I'm looking at the other cards, I'm seeing that this will come in handy for you. And also, any of you that have had surgery or been in the hospital, I'm feeling like this could have come up. Maybe the full moon lunar eclipse, that had an impact on you. Or maybe it was before then. We just came out of Mercury retrograde. So this is actually telling me, okay, this is what it is, I feel like too. Mercury doesn't come out of the shadow period until October 7th. That's the 2 weeks following the 22nd, I believe, was the last day when it went direct. But then there's the shadow period. And this comes up at the first of the spread. So it could be, like it's saying, not to move forward too quickly. You're still in the shadow of Mercury, and to just stay peaceful. Take care of yourself too. Take care of your body. I'm seeing some of you using herbs and also, lavender to feel more calm, oils, essential oils, those types of things, taking a bath and putting oil in there. Also, okay, peppermint comes up for some of you, so that may help with digestion. So just take care of your body, take care of you, and this may be a theme throughout the month when you're going through the month. Take the 15 minutes out when you're working hard and enjoy nature. Enjoy nature. All right, so the next card that comes up, this is a major arcana card. And this is the Temperance card. And I love here, look at these fairies above her. And actually sitting, well, actually one is talking in her ear. So this is about balance. This is about rebirth. creating new. Here's the candle of the flame of, I'm getting the flame of knowledge. So creating your new life, and I say new life, it feels like for some of you it will feel new, but creating a life of what you want, what's in your best interest. This is like psychic intuitive inspiration. So any dreams that you're having, psychic hits that you're having, intuitive hits that you're having, pay attention to those, because you're being guided. See how she's focusing on what she's pouring into the bowl, but she has a lot of guidance with these fairies and with these angelic beings. Here's the three. Here's more candles. For some reason, the candles are feeling important. I've really noticed this one before, but these three are as well. So it might be that, lighting candles at night and reflecting and meditating, like this card came up, you're going to tune into your imagination and your inspiration and your intuition. So that's coming up for you. All right. The third card that comes up is the transformation card. It's actually the death card in traditional tarot, and I call it the transformation card because really that's what this is about. This can mean the death of someone, but it almost always does not. It depends on the surrounding cards, and the surrounding cards do not denote that to me at all. This feels like transformation of self for you, Pisces. See how these two, this man and this boy, are walking into the lit up forest, and it's new beginnings. It's whatever is old, whatever hasn't worked for you is falling away. It's in the dark now. You've got, well, it's interesting. You have two major arcana cards together. So it feels, actually, you have the third one. So the universe is saying for you this month, Pisces, this is a big month for your internal and external growth. And it's not always going to feel easy, but it's going to feel super important in your development, in your spiritual development, in your physical development, your home development. And I'm looking at this well here. So you have strength to draw on. You have the source of life to draw from. Keep your eyes and your ears open is what I'm hearing. Because a lot of you are transforming to, it's almost like your DNA, your bodies are transforming, and they are. I mean, in this whole shift that we've been doing for many years, our DNA is transforming. But I feel like you're going to be noticing new patterns. This may even get into, for some of you, this may even get into, for some of you, like, sacred geometry, because I am hearing patterns, numbers that come up continually, patterns of numbers. This is a very interesting spread. It's not like taking a lot of action in October, except for the Magician card comes up. They call it the Witch in this, but the Magician card. So you are creating, at the end of October, after all of this balance, rebirth, transformation, you've rested, you are going to start feeling like that this is a time for you now to create what you want. See, she has her cup here. There's the cup for emotions. There's the pentacle for your money, your finances, your health. The sword for ideas. And then she has her wand for creative inspiration. And she has this black bird that's strength and power. So interesting reading. I'm going to take a look at these 4 cards together and see what else may come up. These 3 really feel similar, and that they're all outside among nature. Bird, butterfly, swan or duck, and then fairies around you. Angelic guides, met your messengers. Do you know who your guides are? It doesn't really matter whether you do or don't. Some people don't, they just get the intuitive hits. But pay attention to that. It's feeling very, very important. I'm going to pull clarification cards for you guys, and I have been, but this feels really deep for you this month. Really deep stuff. And again, this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Pisces. So if you are you watch your rising and moon sign, I guess is what I'm trying to say as well. This may give you a different perspective. Okay, so the 3 cards that came up is the Queen of Pentacles, who is a warm-hearted person. She has her money, she has her rabbit. She's very content with who she is. So it feels like for me that the reason these cards have come up, so much change and transformation and new beginnings, is you want to feel the comfort and the safety of life and the security with your finances, with your health. Then the Empress card comes up. So this tells me that birthing new ideas. This really goes along well with the Magician card, because really it could be that some of you are going to be mothers, but in this particular clarification, or you are a mother, but this particular clarification card represents to me birthing of the new. There's some sort of cycle with some of you all that's ending so that you can make new beginnings happen. It's perfect that actually that this transformation card, walking out of the dark into the light so that you can create. And then the last clarification card that comes up in this particular deck is the Hermit card. I'm using the Hanson Roberts for the clarification. And this guy is about, well, look here, this almost looks like a pentacle or possibly Star of David. But the Hermit card, is taking a rest, taking an internal rest so that he can see his light, he can see his way, he can see his path. And to me, this feels like what you all are doing. So be sure and rest when you can, because you have a lot that's coming up new. Wow, I can't wait to see how this comes about for you. If you'd like a personal private reading, and we can go into more of what you want to create for yourself after you've come out of maybe some situations, relationships that haven't worked, let me know, because this is saying, if you're getting ready to do more than you even know is possible. And I continue to get candles around you guys. So whether it's part of your work, maybe some of you work with candles, or you are around them, or you just like to light them for peace and harmony, but I continue to get this card, but also my third eye intuition continues to see them. So I'm going to add these cards up for you numerologically. And we have 4, 14 is 18, 18 and 13 is what, 31? And 2 is 32. Let me add these up again. 1, 14, and 14 is 28. 29, 30, 31, 32. Yep, 32. Okay, so 3 and 2 is 5. 5 in numerology is about feeling freedom. feeling unrestricted, feeling like you want to be more adventurous and playful. And the feeling of these cards is so transformative and balancing and rebirth and moving forward and creating. So if you want to talk about that, make sure and reach out to me. We can come up with some nice solutions for you, with some nice ideas for you. And, I intuit with you. I pull cards. This can be done by Skype or by phone. And then also I have Envision Your Potential readings, which is really talking about your dreams and how you want those to manifest. And I really bring those forward for you, bring the feeling of those, if it happening in the present moment, so that you get a jump start. And also I have an intuitive development one-on-one, and I mean one-on-one via Skype or Zoom. And then also, if you want to send me some questions via email, and not just one question like, when am I going to get married? I need more information than that. Like any past or what you feel about relationships or money or, excuse me, jobs or whatever's up. But send me an email and I will do like a card spread and answer those questions in return via email. And that's a little bit less expensive reading. It's, depending on what you send me, probably around $15-20. And again, email me that at themagicalmatrix@gmail.com. Any of my other services, you can go on taraventura.com, take a look around, and my scheduler will allow you to order the other types of services. Okay, Pisces. Well, you all have a great month. Reach out to me. Be well. Take care. Transforming, loving it, and I will see you soon.